If you want to start meditating to reduce stress, keep watching. Hey everyone, it's Marcus here from Discover Ignite, and today I'm going to start a little mini-series for you guys on Beginner's Guide to Meditation. Now this first part of this three-part series, I want to get into some of the benefits that meditation actually brings everybody, and then in the second part, I'll get into the different types of meditation for you guys, and then thirdly, but not lastly, my video will be about just my meditation and my practices that I particularly use on a day-to-day basis. So if you guys don't want to miss any of these videos from the series, please subscribe so you don't miss out. And without further ado, let's get started. So before we get started, I just want to share my story with you guys on why I saw value in meditation. Now, I've tried meditation many different times throughout my life, and it never seemed to really work for me. You know, it's one of those things where you start and you don't give it a lot of time and then you just quit, right? Because you don't see the benefits in it. But it was up until about a year and a half ago, roughly around then, when I really started picking it up and I started doing it on a daily basis. Yes, and I was forcing myself, especially for those first, 9 weeks. It's like anything, once you get the habit down, then you start actually doing it. And I was forcing myself every day. Well, you have to think. Let me just paint a picture for you guys. Now, up in a year and a half ago, I was going through a rough time with my marriage, which, we ended up splitting and everything else. But aside from that, my father was diagnosed with ALS. So not only was I dealing with a bad marriage, I was also dealing with, the struggle of watching my dad battle ALS. So it was just a rough time in my life. And I really had to find something that could actually help me control my mind and try to get me through the situation, because aside from that, I really didn't know what I was going to do. It was depressing. It was anxiety. I had my first, panic attack. There was so much going on because there was all these life changes all at once. So I looked to meditation, and that's really what sunk in for me and why I saw value, because I knew this was something, all the great things that I've heard about it, and I know I tried, but I would force myself to do it. And so this what led me on my journey to meditation. So I just want to say there are three main things that you can actually get out of meditation. And the first one would have to be your mood. Now, my mood is dramatically improved just from meditating over this past year, and mainly because it's a first thing in the morning. I like to meditate first thing in the beginning of the day. I do also do it at night as well, but I do it at night more for just, clearing out my mind so I can rest easy. Or in the morning, I normally do meditation to set my mood right, So if I know I'm going to be sitting in traffic and it's going to be a bad start, you meditate and you do a bunch of different things in your meditation that can help you just set the mood. So these things are coming up, and whatever might come up throughout the day, at least your mood is set out right. So you're in a happy mood, and you can push yourself to be energetic throughout the day, but your mood is set right from the beginning, and that is a big plus, especially if you wake up and something happens, you don't meditate, and you go and you drop the coffee can on your foot, and then, man, you're in a bad mood for the rest of the day. So doing that meditation first thing in the morning definitely helps. So I think the second biggest benefit from meditation is focus, right? Because it helps with your self-awareness. It helps you focus on everything, whether that's, you're trying to learn something, whether you're trying to be more self-aware. It definitely just helps you focus so much clearer, because when you start out in meditation, you're focusing on, trying to slow down the heart, focusing on your breathing, and just focusing on your body. And it helps, right? After you're done with that meditation, you find that with time that you actually are able to focus so much clearer, because you've been practicing, right? And everything gets better in practice. So actually doing the meditations, helps you visualize yourself almost and key in on whatever you're trying to fix. And it all just resides back to meditation and the focus you achieve through this practice of meditation. And I've definitely noticed my focus is just so much clearer. I'm well aware of what's going on in my surroundings, and it's improved, like, and not only by a little bit, it's improved by a lot. Because before meditation, my focus was just everywhere. Although I had been going through a lot before, it definitely helped me with all this stuff that was going on around me. It helped me focus, and it helped, whatever, it helps you stay present. And I think that's the biggest thing, right? Is it helps you stay present. So whatever situations are going on, you will always stay present. It's not always guaranteed. This is why we continue to practice daily meditations to help us, strengthen our focus and strengthen our mind, strengthen our body. And the focus is definitely something you will get out of meditation and can help you in whatever aspect of your life, whatever you're trying to focus on. That's the biggest thing. If you feel like you are just not focusing on anything, and it's hard to focus because you got so many other elemental things that are going on in your life, the meditation will help that, and will help you get through that and help you stay focused on what you're trying to work on. So last but not least, I think one of the biggest things, now I know there's many things, many great benefits to meditation, but my last one is the stress. It relieves stress. And this is a big one because our society nowadays is so busy, and we're always just trying to make our lives better, and there's so much going on, and we just are so stressed out about every situation that we're going through. And the thing is that it helps, right? Especially, this is why I do meditation at night, because if you're going through your day and it's just busy and there's so much stress, a lot of people will take that with them to bed, and then they'll sleep all night and they'll just worry themselves to death because of the stress levels, and they don't do anything to ease their way into sleep. And that is one of the biggest things I've noticed, especially with all the crazy stuff I've got going on in my life. And I know a lot of people out there are dealing with the same kind of issues. If you do meditation before you go to bed, that you just eliminate the stress, right? Or you can knock it down a couple pegs to where it's tolerable, right? And you can get your sleep. Now, I know there's a lot of times where there's just some stresses, some big events in life that are hard, right? And you can't completely eliminate all the stresses, but it helps. It's very noticeably can help any situation you're in by just sitting down, concentrating on your breathing, concentrating on you, concentrating on staying present. And this actually helps a lot. It helps control your stress levels and just knock them down to where they're tolerable, especially if you got so much going on. This is definitely one of the biggest pluses I've seen to meditation throughout the year that I've had, and the amount of stress can be extremely overwhelming, but meditation has definitely been there and helped me through it. This is why I stuck to it, because I know that with the amount of stress that was coming in, that I had to have something to be able to control that stress. And this was by far one of the biggest benefits I see to meditation. And lastly, I just want to leave with you guys, these are just some of the benefits that I see in meditation. Now, meditation does tremendous work for everybody that is out there. It helps people in everyday life, just, with stress, anxiety, depression, whatever you've got going on. It will help all that stuff. You just have to remember that it's going to take time. Like any good habit, it's going to take time to develop. It's going to take time to actually reap the benefits of meditation, but it is well worth it. It's well worth planning out every day, 15 to 20 minutes. It is well worth the time and the effort, and you're just going to have to wait, right? Because the ROI for meditation will be there. You just have to wait and dedicate the time to do it. And once you get it, you'll see the benefits that I'm talking about, and you'll realize that you'll actually be a happier person who is more self-aware, that can actually take charge of their life, because you are taking control of your mind. You're being more mindful, and this is just, it's done wonders for me, and I know for a fact it will do wonders for you. So if you guys like this video, please give it a thumbs up. Also, if you know somebody who's thinking about doing some meditation, please share this video with them. And also, if you guys don't want to, again, not miss anything, any videos from this series or any other videos like this, please subscribe. And until next time, I will see you guys later.